Saying we are going to be live streaming, but that doesn't mean I don't want to talk to you guys. If you have any questions about what you're doing, I'd love to hear them. We are making ant candy. Hello Facebook, hello the world. We're making ant candy, one of the ones we oversold terribly when our website got all glitchy. So we're making Lily Pilly. Lily Pilly is a native Australian flavour. Really delicious. It's a little bit creaming soda-y, actually, if you were asking me to describe it. But it's Lily Pilly. We're going to be putting ants in it. These are native Australian Tyrant ants. I've got my ants ready to go. I kind of really love this lolly. You'll think they'd be horrible, but they're not. They're really, really nice. This is Sticky Nicky _OnlyFans on Instagram. G'day. The world's most exciting no-content Instagram feed if you're following Sticky Nicky. We've got Super Cooper on the voices.
G'day kids.
And we've actually got quite a few people. How is everyone today? You well?
Oh, what's going on out there?
Good.
Where'd all the people come from?
Where'd all the people come from?
Probably their homes. That's where most people come from, I think. We've got Kentucky, we've got Georgia, we've got Victoria, you poor devils. We've got Adelaide, Queensland.
Welcome,
West
welcome,
Virginia.
welcome. Any Victorians out there?
Yeah, we got one up already.
Sorry to hear you guys have gone back into lockdown. It could easily have been us. Having said that, don't come here.
Just what's great.
Don't
Welcome
come here.
back, anyone that saw our first stream today.
We've got New South Wales finest manning that border. You guys aren't getting in.
So for you guys out here wondering, the candy's been cooked up to about 160 degrees Celsius, which tempers it to what we call hard crack. It means when you bite into it, it's going to crunch and snap up, kind of like glass, but a little bit tastier.
Sorry, Nick.
The bubbling effect you're seeing is the water-based food colouring boiling on contact. So it's a small amount of water, a little bit of pigment, the water boils away and they're left with just the pigment in the candy, so it doesn't go sticky, but you get that nice rich colour.
The ants will be, our candy is extremely hot. When we pour it out, it's about 160 degrees. This is a cooling table. Very special bit of gear designed to cool the candy down really, really quickly. But you can see when I add my water-based colour, the colour just boils instantly. The candy's so hot. The ants will be the last thing, or not quite the last thing, but almost the last thing to go into our candy. If you have not tried Australian Tyrant ants, you are missing out. It's one of the world's most delicious
The
insects.
potato state. That sounds like a great state. Potatoes also great in any state. Fried, mashed, roasted, steamed.
Kind of like the island of states, famous for potatoes.
That's amazing. How good with the potatoes?
It's not the best thing to be famous for, though, is it? Potatoes.
They're pretty versatile though. There's worse things to be famous for than potatoes.
Potatoes. All right. And so the last ingredient we're going to add. Anybody got any ideas? Can you guess what this is?
Second
Not
last
you,
ingredient.
internet. I know you know. Yes. Sugar. Good guess, but no.
Not quite. It's like
Incorrect.
anti-sugar.
Yes. Ants. No.
Actually, you're on the money because they haven't added that yet. So technically, they are the last ingredient.
It's not ants. No.
It's got your number, Dave.
He does, but the ants will go in towards the end of the process. Yes. No. It does look a bit like salt.
How do the colours not mix from the same spatula? They actually kind of do. There is the tiniest touch of pink in that little bit
It
of
looks
white
a little
Dave's
bit like
done,
crystal meth, doesn't it?
but that will all stretch out nice and clear.
But it's not crystal meth. You got to come back.
Steady.
I caught it.
Yes.
Steady, Netty.
Uh-huh.
Hello, New Brunswick, Canada.
Citric acid it is. It's citric acid.
Potatoes.
Citric acid is what makes our sour lollies really, really sour. But in this case, it won't make it sour. It's more like a flavour enhancer.
Yes, well done, all you people saying
I'm going to
citric
turn my
acid
table
at home.
on. I'm quite getting into this thing. When I do this, like the light shines off my head really nicely.
Texas is a hot spot. That's unfortunate. I hope you guys take care of yourselves and family and friends.
So we can start to separate our colours. It's formed a crust on the underside where it's been in contact with stainless steel. Oh, is she okay?
Darlene Peterson, yeah, come down for the weekend, mate.
You know the best
You
cure
got
for
all the
that?
candy you can
There's
eat.
some free lollies. There's free lollies over there.
Sean and Victoria Finch, this guy's making ant candy. It's simple little design. It's just going to say ant candy through the middle of this lolly in pink.
Yeah.
It's going to be a nice green on the outside, white background. You will have some real ants in it. Surprisingly delicious, a little bit weird.
If you've ever looked at Blackpool Rock or Word Rock, something like that, and you've wondered how they get the letters in the middle, we're going to show you. Nick and I are going to do that.
Yep.
This is quite a good one to watch because it's not 15 letters or 13 letters like happy birthday or someone's wedding lolly. It's just ant candy, 8 letters. The lovely Rachel's here. To everyone who's been sending great messages to Rachel, thank you. Her stuff goes underappreciated sometimes.
How's your week been, Dave?
Pretty good. Busy. Dry July.
The driest of July.
What do you say about dry July? Is anyone else doing dry July? No, we've got a lot of Australians here, so no one's doing dry July. We are trying to do dry July. You'd be doing dry July. You're always doing dry July. Yeah, it's part of your thing. No, it's going okay so far. I do have to. Please, out there, can you stop buying me golden tickets in the dry July thing? Because the temptation to use them is getting pretty strong.
How's your week been, Nick?
Not bad, you know.
But so far we have raised about $8,500. So to every one of you that's chucked in $5 or sponsored Nick or sponsored Cooper,
or Lily or Dave or anyone in the team, friends and family that have joined our team on Dry July. It does run for the whole month, but
it is not too late to join. You can do what they call a dry-ish July, 2 weeks or 1 week. You can sign up for whatever you like. Get your friends to sponsor you. Chuck in $5. It goes towards families who are living with or through cancer. So I want to thank everybody who's taken part. Now our candy's cooling down really nicely. I don't know if you've seen candy before, but it's lovely stuff. It's a little bit like glass in some ways. And you can do all sorts of really cool things with candy. You can blow it like glass, but you can make these.
Kathy Powers, we do not currently do a sugar-free range. Dave keeps promising he's working on it, same as I keep promising I'm working on a jingle, but everyone disappoints everyone here. Nick's got pants on, so we're all even.
Yeah.
Do the bloody jingle, Cooper.
Get the bloody sugar-free candy, Dave.
Do the bloody jingle.
I'll get the jingle done when you do sugar-free candy, mate.
Fair enough. Can't really blame it.
I'm addicted to this. Thanks everyone for tuning in. How do you get to Cooper's page to donate? Don't donate to mine, just donate to the team. If you search for Sticky Dry July on the Dry July page, it will take you straight to the sticky one. Don't have to donate to any of us individually, just donate to the team.
Does anybody want a little candy bubble?
We're all doing it for the same cause.
Hang on. I'm going to have to swap spots with your next one. Okay, I can't come anywhere near your hands, okay? So put your hands flat. Don't try and grab it, okay? You're just going to have to balance it. You got it?
Tanya Fraser, bludgeoning work to watch. I'm bludgeoning work to read comments. We're pretty much on the same page.
Thank you everybody for joining us. If you've supported us at all in the last 3 months, man, I can't tell you what it means to me and to these young guys, and they've kept their jobs and the business is still going. It's been an amazing journey for us. Still going, we're catching up.
A little bit more than hectic.
Restocking towards the end of this weekend if you're looking for lollies.
What flavour is this one, Dave? This little ant candy.
Thanks for the question. This is ant candy. So we're going to put Australian native Tyrant ants in here towards the end. They're going to be little green lollies, this beautiful kind of lime green. I don't know if you can see, but it's a really beautiful green. And they're lily pilly flavoured, which is a native Australian flavour. The Tyrant ants themselves are actually they've got quite a strong flavour too. They're very citrusy. They kind of burst with it. It's the acid in the ant. So they kind of burst with flavour when you eat them.
Holly Magley
we might get Nick to eat some on his Insta if you want to see
a
something.
whole tablespoon of just the ants.
Do you guys want to eat just some ants?
Holly Magley asked, what is Dry July? It's basically a fundraiser to raise funds for people living with or struggling through cancer treatments that assist in transport, things like that, covering fees, helping the family out with any updated transport or anything like that they need. It's a really good cause. It's really easy to donate. Jump on the Sticky's team. If you search Sticky Dry July on the Dry July website,
if you just scroll down our Facebook page, there's a link to our Dry July. If you want to take part or contribute $5 or something, it'll be most appreciated. Having said that, we're moving off this table. Our candy's taken on this. It's kind of like, it feels like rubber more than anything else, but hot rubber. We're going to move off this table.
Delicious rubber. I'm going to sling you guys down. Heads up. This is a bit odd. What do you want it, Dave? About there somewhere? Sorry, kids, gonna be right in your line of fire.
Sweet.
Happy with that?
Perfect.
Yes?
Yeah, just a little.
This way?
No, the other way. There you go.
There you go. Happy with that?
We're going to satinize this candy. This is a process, we say stretching the candy, but technically it's called satinizing. So what Nick's doing here, and this is who likes maths? Do you kids like maths? No. Okay. Dylan loves maths? This is the power of exponential mathematics at work. He's pulling it into long strands, and every time he pulls it and throws it, it multiplies the number of strands by 3. Times 3, times 3, times 3. If you imagine 3, if he does it 30 times, 3 to the power of 30 is an absolutely huge number. It's in the billions. You end up with all these little strands of candy, and the light hits them and reflects off, and it goes to this beautiful shiny. Thank you, Ranger. 5 people we're allowed to have. Sorry, guys. Thank you for your understanding and your patience. Thank you, Ranger. Thank you, Ranger. I appreciate it. Oh, look, I understand. Thank you for your understanding, everybody. Social distancing people, do it. The other effect it has is it aerates the candy. So it's not just that it goes really bright, shiny white, but it goes to this really crumbly kind of thing. So the mouthfeel becomes quite different to what you might know as a hard candy. All right, so Nikki is doing that.
Jessica Pirizzola asks, what is a musk flavour? It's kind of a florally thing. If you didn't grow up with it, you probably won't be familiar. It's really popular here in Australia. Most people ate little musk sticks and things like that as a kid. We don't have it as a lollipop. We do have it as a rock. I don't know if it's in stock at the moment. We are working on it, but you're more than welcome to have a try once it's back up online.
We're going to start with the word candy. It's the longer word. We generally start with the longer word if we can. Small foundations, Nick. Yep. Going to do my letters kind of big. We've only got 8 letters to make, so we should race through this. Nick's pretty quick. I'm pretty quick. So bear with us. We're going to make our words, ant and candy. We're going to stack them one on top of each other. Beautiful kind of lime green on the outside. And then we'll be adding our ants towards the end. If there's ants left in my container at the end, and there will be, you kids can try some ants.
How heavy is the amount you're satinizing? How big was the batch? An 11?
Is it 11?
Probably about 6, maybe 7 kilo at the most, I reckon.
Probably.
There's a little bit of red over there, there's quite a bit of green. Yeah, probably about 6 kilo. It's usually hotter than it is heavy. Your hands tend to burn before your arms get tired, as a rule.
That one was actually just a really pleasant stretch.
There you go, Nick's quite happy with that. Good amount, a good
Wasn't too
amount.
hot, wasn't too heavy. Perfect.
Hello, West Virginia. What are you making? Quincy Bryant, they're making an ant candy this morning, afternoon. I have no idea what time it is. Arvo. So this is just going to say ant candy in little red letters through the middle of a green lolly on the outside. It will have real ants in it. Australian Tyrant ants, I believe, Dave's been telling me. Which are kind of citrusy and delicious, actually. It's a little bit odd eating ants, but
So
I'd recommend trying if you're here and you get the
letters,
chance.
a nice easy one. The letter C. The letter C. I can't think of a word that starts with C off the top of my head.
Carrot.
The flavour of the candy itself is actually lily pilly, which is a native Australian little
C
fruit.
word. Can you think of a C word? No. I can't.
Cake.
Can you think of a C word? Cake.
The C word.
Cake will do.
Cake. I said
Craft,
carrot.
candy,
Candy.
cookware.
Conniption.
Concept.
Hello from Alabama. We've got people from Alabama all over the place at the moment. You're in the last room as well. You've invaded. Do you have sticky stickers?
We have had, and we're getting some remade. Yes, there are some.
There's a run on their way.
Awesome. We were putting, because they were liked, we were sending those to the Americans as free gifts. We need to get some
We've
more.
run out now. Giving away our little sticker packs you can put all over your house, all over your neighbourhood, all over your mum and dad's car. They'll love it.
What's next? What comes next in the word candy?
Hello from
Anyone?
space. Someone's having you on again, Dave.
Who's that in space? You can't get me. I've been conned twice now. People keep saying, oh, I'm watching from the International Space Station. And the first time it happened, I was like, what? Oh my God!
Someone's watching Dave from space.
And then it turns out it wasn't true.
It was all lies.
But hats off to Alex Cutter.
I forgot you done well.
You got me at the Yolty. Who told me what letters next? I need to know. C.
Hi from Washington, USA.
No, C. Writing the word candy.
Jane Mills says, Dave, look at the lady in the white shirt in the crowd.
Oh, you did come. How did you get out of Victoria? You dug a tunnel. Welcome, Jane. How are you?
Sanitize before you. We'll just ask you to sanitize.
Look at her
your tires.
shirt. You've got a shirt.
That's awesome.
This is Jane Mills, who's been really close to us for a long time on the show.
Hi, Jane.
She's wearing a shirt that says I'm a sticky weirdo.
That's really
Holy
cool.
moly, we're going to need to get some of those.
Yeah, look, she's done merch like way before we've done it.
How are you, Jane? Are you well?
North Dakota, welcome. Eating strawberry lollies, what a great
Because you
flavour.
said you were coming, and then you said you weren't coming, and then... Well, lovely to see you. We're making ant candy if you've just joined us. We're making candy with ants in the middle. It's going to say ant candy.
Jeannie Michelle, you can order some online, sticky.com.au for New York. You can also check out Sticky USA. I don't know when they're restocking. We're hoping to have our restock done by the end of the weekend. Not fully, but everything that we make should be up. So jump on sticky.com.au.
I've been faffing about. Let's get a bit of tea going here. So the letter A. Does everyone know what the letter A looks like? Done your letters yet? Letter A? Does that look like the letter A? That's the letter A. You can see. This next letter, the letter N, is actually one of the trickier letters to make look
We'll
good.
give you a look
I don't
at
know
Jane
why.
Mills' shirt closer to the end of the stream. Once we've got a little bit of space and some time on our
I'm a
hands.
sticky weirdo. I want one.
How are you, man? You got a question? No? All good?
Well, you do ask questions if you got them.
Yeah, don't be afraid.
Letter N for
What does this flavour taste like?
Nightmare. It's a native Australian flavour, Lily Gilly, but
Really delicious.
when I taste it and when I smell it, it's got a bit of a creaming soda thing to it.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting, but really delicious.
No, that's
And
fine.
so
Hi from
lovely to
somewhere.
see you, Jane.
Who was that? Is that the
How's
new girl,
the
Tyrant?
soapy turtle going?
Tyrant, she's kind of a new girl. She's actually a bit of a veteran. That's Auntie Rach. Good old Auntie Rach, fastest packer this side of the Mississippi.
And who can think of a good N word? What's a good N word? Nightmare.
Nightingale.
Nonsense.
Nonsense.
Neptune.
Neptune's more of a proper now.
You don't even have to put your
You've
hand
got
up.
one?
I'm not your teacher. You
Just
can
yell it at us.
out.
Still a word.
What was it? Native ant. Awesome, native. What a
So
great
on
word.
top of it.
So there is, and I think it's that way for you. No, that way for you. Is that an N?
Actually, we're only
And for
stretching.
you, I think it's that way. N.
Actually, we're only stretching the white in this one because we want the others to be nice and glassy, so our letters stand out and our casing is really crisp. Gives it a much better colour. It's also much easier to cut. Holds its shape better if we have a nice solid outside.
No, it's going to go that way, Nick. Yep.
Nick thinks of such good words. Yeah, he's a bit of a wordsmith, that boy.
Nick's doing very good with his words. Thank you for the encouragement.
Thank you, guys.
How do you make sure you're putting the letters the right way? Here's one for Nick, who's trying to put the letters on the right way right
I
now.
don't. I just sort of put them on and hope they turn over.
Crosses his fingers.
Yeah. No, I tend to either draw out the letter and hopefully I kind of understand where things need to go. N's the hardest one to put on the right way.
Show him the little bit.
Oh yeah.
Little marker. He's got a sneaky little trick, that young
Got a
man.
marker here. Tells me which way's up.
Which way's up and which way is the right way. We put it on bottom left. It's right from left to right, so it makes sense.
What's the next letter? C-A-N.
G'day, 5-year-old Charlie. Hope you're well.
C-A-N. No idea. Candy. Yes.
From Albuquerque,
D,
New
correct,
Mexico.
Mundo.
Home of the Albuquerque isotopes.
Just
They never
scream
got
it out.
that. You never got the isotopes.
Who was famous for saying correctamundo? Anyone? You kids wouldn't know that.
How hard would it be to do a bowling pin? I reckon we could do a bowling pin pretty easy.
I know something. Whoa. That's so strange.
Yeah, good choice with the raspberry lemonade, Darcy. Well done. Can't really go wrong with them. They're one of the most popular flavours still.
Alright, so letter
Courtney, how often do you
D?
get the words twisted around and you can fix
D?
a mistake?
the letter D.
Less
You
often
guys?
than you'd think we'd make mistakes, more often than we'd like is the usual answer. Nick has got little tricks up his sleeve to stop him putting the letters on the wrong way. So it isn't foolproof.
No, not at all. The next mistake, if I get all the letters right, is whether or not I put the words on right.
You can fix it if you catch it really soon, but not every
Calling any
time.
of these or anything.
That's fine.
D. Last letter of the word candy.
G'day, Michelle
C-A-N-D.
Austin. Hey from Texas.
Why it is.
Amarillo, Texas. Heaps of Texans. G'day, Pennsylvania.
Amarillo, that turned up in Breaking
Karen
Bad.
Gonger.
Whoops, sorry.
G'day, Karen.
Amarillo, was that in Breaking Bad? What a great series Breaking Bad was.
When is Nick's birthday? I'd love to send him a birthday card.
Who knows?
To be honest, he'd probably rather have a present than just a card. He's fussy, that boy.
Yeah. No, you don't have to send me anything.
Just send him lots of love hearts if he has to come into work on his birthday. Only if he's on the stream, though.
And quite honestly, I don't know that handing out your birthday on the internet, it's
Especially
a nice
birth-
way to lose your identity.
Especially birthday and address at the same time. A little bit dangerous.
Yeah, what's your birthday address, bank account number, and
I've got it all written down somewhere.
Warrnambool, Victoria. Hope you're staying safe down there, Victorians.
the last letter of candy is, of course, Y. What's a good Y word?
G'day, Baltimore.
Yak. Yes. Who? Yes.
Yes, it's a good Y word, you're
It
right.
is a great word, and it's a great way to live if you can say yes to things.
Yellow, that's a really good one, especially in the candy
Not
world.
everything, obviously. Letter Y.
Mariah Carter. We don't use the first part we pull off a lump because it's usually not so evenly tempered and textured as the part from the middle. It helps us get rid of that little bulb that
Letter
forms in your
Y?
palm when you do it, so you get a nice straight,
Y?
square,
Y?
flat piece.
Why? Why? Why not?
Holt, Missouri.
Missouri.
Yeah, Sally, we do have a little bloopers, for lack of a better word, thing. It's not always just things we've gotten wrong. It's quite often just excess of orders we've made. That's our regular mix. We're working on stuff for that.
We are actually ripping through this. We've done the word candy, only the 3-letter word ant to go. And then we're going to put it together, add our ants.
5/8 of the way through this. The charge and speed team over here.
Ant again.
Love from Orlando, Florida. First time watching from England. Well, welcome, Lisa.
Hey Lisa, welcome from England.
Kendall and Brianna, g'day. California Desert.
I do know that my Watford General Hospital lollies landed the other day. I'm very hopeful those will be
Is this
handed
the
out
ant
soon.
candy? Yes, this is the ant candy, Cody. Delicious Lily Tilly ant candy.
That's
When was
not-
the last time
that's
the
not
green
my
candy
Cody,
was
is it
flipped?
Cody Live in Hong Kong? Really, if you're in Hong Kong, man, thinking of you guys.
No, not that candy. Not
Not,
that.
not that Cody.
Not that Cody, Dave.
It's
So he's
tough
saying
choices
candy
for the
and
people of
losing
Hong
words.
Kong to make at the moment. We do have a sticky franchise in Hong Kong, Jen and Cody. I'm thinking of them a great deal at the moment. I know that they're a little bit torn on what's happening.
Amazed by the watermelon. How do you make the seeds? See, watermelon's really easy. It's probably the quickest fruit we do. The seeds are just a little tube of black stuck straight in the middle of a big blob of pink. Watermelon takes about 10 minutes to construct the design inside. Not like this. This is definitely a marathon compared to a watermelon. Training fruit, the old watermelon.
So A, and then only 2 to go.
Oh, you're welcome, Dana. We'll shout out most people that we catch their message. I can't promise that for everyone. There's 6,500 people here asking for the same thing.
For aardvark, aneurysm,
Adventure, amazing. Accent. How come Nick doesn't have to wipe the letters of the candy down to stick together the white candy? Because it's still really warm. If it cools down too much, then we use the water to stick it much, much faster.
Yeah.
If it's hot, it stays pretty soft. It likes to join itself together a bit quicker.
only 2 to go. N and T.
Love the watermelon and the pineapple. I really like the pineapple. Pineapple's awesome. Hi from West Oz. G'day West Oz.
Western Australia, you guys have done alright, haven't
Never
you?
made it over there. I'd like to.
Pays to be the most remote, isolated place on earth.
I don't know why you want my attention, Brandy. It's probably just because I'm reading the comments and these boys are working. That would be my guess. No other reason really I can see.
N.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoy me mindlessly rambling and responding to half the questions.
Mindlessly rambling is what Cooper does best.
Someone's got to do it. Can you shout out to my daughter Ellie? That's for Mandy Hartshawn. Ellie Hartshawn, hope you're well.
Hey Ellie.
Never done watermelon and pineapple together. That would be interesting, I think. Yes, Laurie Dwyer, you are bang on the money. That is the best mix to try. You get about 22 fruit flavours in our fruit mix. We're trying to charge our way through it and get some more up for you guys.
Very, very shortly, we're going to do a staged release. We don't want to do everything and then nothing. So we're going to do we've been having long discussions about the best way to release some lollies. It's going to happen this weekend.
When can we
So
hear the
the
live
second last
didgeridoo
letter.
again? We'll have to ask Tara about that.
Letter
We're probably almost overdue to make another Aboriginal flag
backwards
on
to
these
you on the
streams.
front-facing camera.
Next time we make an Aboriginal flag on a live stream, we'll try and get Tara in to play some Didge for you guys again. Why does Nick keep taking the candy off to the side?
To cool it down.
This is a hot table. So when you've built what you want to build, sometimes you want to keep it in the shape that you've built. If it stays too hot, it will start to collapse, it'll get too hot. But if you take it to our cooling table that we were on before, it'll kind of cool it down, it'll hold its shape better. And the last of our letters, the last letter of ants. Anyone?
Karina, I appreciate you think I have good speech skills, but I think it's because I'm mumbling half of what I'm saying off the screen and you actually have no idea because I don't know what I'm saying either. So you've been fooled. That's half the trick of my job, isn't it? Just fake it.
Just fake it till you make it, Coop.
My daughter Autumn Rose, a shout out. G'day Autumn Rose. It's usually NAIDOC week this week.
It is usually NAIDOC week this week. NAIDOC's been postponed till we've done a little bit around NAIDOC over the last couple of weeks, but NAIDOC itself has been postponed, I think, till November. So really hoping to get more involved when that comes around.
What kind of candy are you making right now? These guys are making the very special, very delicious Australian native lily pilly flavoured ant candy. So they've actually got one more ingredient to add to this one for a change, which is our little Australian native Tyrant ants. They're kind of a citrusy pop almost in flavour. They're kind of odd. They're quite delicious though. I was taken aback the first time I tried them. I got dared by one of the guys that was in store the first time we made it to eat a tablespoonful of them with him. That was an experience.
I don't know that you want to eat them just straight.
No, he did, so I had to. That was part of the deal.
Was that Craig, was it?
No, it was just some customer. So we were telling him we were making ant candy. And like, oh, do you want to eat something? He was like, I'll do a tablespoon if you do a tablespoon. I no, okay. Fair enough. Sounds fair to me.
How to get an Australian to do just about anything, dare them.
I'll do it if you do it. Wait, what are the odds?
And that's
Explain
it.
what are the odds to you later.
Odds on.
They're all our letters. That one is the last one, the letter T. The letter T.
Amy Gillen, Dry July is actually really easy so far.
Cooper doesn't drink anyway though, so he would say that.
We're only 10 days in. Cruising at the moment. You can still donate. Donate to the end of the month. Join our team. You can do a partially Dry July down to, I think it's 7 days is the shortest. Could be wrong, could be 14.
Yeah, do a dryish July. Have a week.
Dryish July. Have a week.
For a week.
Treat yourself. No drinks for a week.
A-N-T.
Looks like raw bacon. No, our bacon's not that fatty over here. I can kind of see that with the American bacon.
So doing this. So we've got all our words. I don't know if you can see this.
Can you
Nick will
guys
hold them up and show you in a minute. But we've got our 2 words. We've got ants and we've got candy. We need to separate in the same way as we separate each letter. We're going to put a bit of white between them.
Can you guys specially open on Monday for me? I got some news for you, Kirsten. We're actually open 7 days a week. We just only have this weird little TV show running 3 days a week because it's actually quite tiring to do both.
All right, so
I have to do so much talking on this phone. It's nuts.
I'll give that to you, Nick. That's going to be pretty close. Cool. Do you want to make that a little bit wider? How close are you on the width on that one?
Christina Dennis, I'm sure we can tee that up as soon as we're back on handle with our stuff. Get an Australian native mix going, that'll be really good. I think we're actually using all of our Australian native flavours in our Sydney mix at the moment.
We are doing a bit of a back to basics this weekend just to restock, get ourselves all together, start doing some crazy stuff again.
I just saw about 5 people having birthdays today, so I missed most of you, but happy birthday, anyone having a birthday?
Oh, sorry.
Alright. Asia Banco, this is a hard candy or rock candy, depending on where you're from. It's all lily pilly flavour, which is Australian native fruit. It's quite delicious. It's going to have ants in it, which they're just about ready to do. They've got a couple more bits to build, and then they can add our little native Tyrant ants.
Okay,
What do you talk about when you're not live? That is not suitable for us to talk about while we are live, actually. You have to come into store when we're not live and find out. But even then, we're pretty well mannered when people are here. Have to be or we get in trouble.
So we're assembling it all now. We've got our 2 words, but they're flat. It's like a flat, broad rectangle. We need to make it round. The white is the negative space in our lolly. It's the background. It's the page on which we write.
Where is the candy at? That massive pile of things on that table these 2 boys are working on is actually all candy. It's like almost 14, 15 kilos of candy. So I don't know what your question was, where the candy's at is. That's right in front of you, mate.
Where's the candy at, bro? All right, so ant and candy. Nick's cooling them so that they keep their shape. What we want is warm white. It folds itself to the colours instead of the other way around.
Hi from Banana, Queensland. I didn't know that was a place. That sounds awesome.
I think all of Queensland is banana.
Apparently there's a place in Queensland called Banana. I'd like to go visit, eat some bananas.
Yeah.
Do you grow bananas in banana? Or do you grow pajamas in banana?
People say I tell dad jokes here.
I want to know if they make pajamas there.
Pajamas in bananas.
Yeah, it's the wrong way, isn't it? Just like Nick's words.
All right, you sit. Yep. And we're ready to go, I reckon.
Cool. Whenever you're ready.
How do we make the candy before moulding it? We've got 2 giant pots out the back that we cook up on this massive gas burner. It takes about 45 minutes to cook up a batch this size. So most of our days actually spent cooking pots up. It's not even moulding the candy, to be honest. If we had one that would cook it up instantly, that'd be amazing. We could crank batches out like nobody's business.
Some kind of giant microwave.
What flavour is the green
One more
candy?
layer, just the
this
green.
Is all the same flavour. We added the flavour before we poured it out onto this first table you saw the boys on and added the colours. So it's all lily pilly flavour. Well, apparently they grow apples in Orange, New South Wales. Everyone's getting on this joke train now. Is Dave pretty chilled out for a boss, or do you put it on for the live? 50-50. Depends on the day. He's been very chilled lately.
These guys have never had a bad boss. All they know is what it's like to have a great boss.
I've had a bad boss, not here. He's alright. He puts up with our horrible jokes and poor workmanship, laziness, tardiness, attitude.
Bites his tongue, insults, lack of respect.
Yeah, definitely a lack of respect.
Definitely a lack of respect. Well,
You
it's
reckon-
my fault. You create your own work culture.
Yeah, he reckons he's one of us. He plays like one of us.
I've created a work culture
just-
that's got a lack of respect.
The only difference
really blame
between
anyone
us
but
and
me.
Dave is Dave pays for Christmas dinner.
Dave pays for everything, Coop. Dave pays for everything.
No, mate, Rach signs the paycheck, mate.
It's not who signs the paycheck. All right. What do you say, Nikki?
I say.
It's a pretty enjoyable experience, I'm not going to lie. I've worked way worse jobs than this before.
We are looking for someone at the moment if you're in Sydney and you're
If you're
looking
in-
for work.
A bit taller.
Where do the ants go? The ants go just on the inside of that big square that Dave's making over there. You'll see in just a minute.
That should be okay.
You kids
How many-
looking for a job?
Yeah, cheese.
You're looking for a job? Okay,
Jennifer,
how old are you
we
now?
estimate there's about 4,000
And what
pieces
sort of-
in an 8 kilo
What
batch.
sort of experience do you have?
Everything's made by hand, so we don't promise it's exactly 4,000, but around there.
Hang on, Coop. I'm trying to. We're conducting a job interview here. I'd like to know
So I'm just answering some questions.
what kind of job experience do you have? Have you had a job before? No. Okay.
Have you
Do you
eaten
do
candy?
the chores at home? Do you do the dishes or anything like that? You pack the dishwasher? Okay,
That's
a
good. We need
start.
someone to do that. Have
Are
you
you
eaten
reliable?
candy?
No.
No. Not so good.
I do appreciate your honesty, can I say? Well, how do you work as part of a team? Because this is quite a close team environment. Do you think you could work with Nick and Cooper here? Yeah?
You reckon? I don't know. I'm pretty hard to work with.
Are you
I
happy
like
with
to make
that,
it really difficult for everyone else that I work with.
I
That's the
think
key.
it's
Yeah,
Yeah, you probably we wouldn't let you work with Cooper.
No, you don't want that.
Cooper is not allowed to work with children.
I need to be supervised. No, I got my work in children's check and everything. I just
happy?
need to be supervised so I don't
Yeah,
put things
I'm
on the wrong
happy.
way or make the wrong flavour.
All right. So the last layer and what's the most important part of an ant candy? Ants.
Straight away.
Hell yes. So
Why are you so angry, Nick? Everyone's
Cooper?
like, "Why are you angry, Nick?"
Cooper,
Yes, sir.
we might get a closer. We might move the camera because we're going to put the ants in our candy now.
Do you want me to? I'll pop this off. Heads up, everyone. I might just flip the camera and you can have a look from just over Dave's shoulder of what he's up to. Where's my little flippy boy?
Question is, do I have
There he
enough
is.
ants in this one? I don't know.
So here's our ants. This is the
Oh.
lovely Dave's hands you're watching.
Yeah, you got
He
loads. mate.
sprinkles heaps of ants on this. Look at him go. It's like he's done this 3 times in his life.
We've done this before.
How many times have we done this before?
I don't know.
Quite a few now. See you rambling. You guys love it for some reason.
Oh, there's a big lump there.
Ooh, it smells like ants. I can't describe to you people on the live stream exactly what that smells like.
Yeah.
It's definitely not as nice as our normal flavours, but they're much better to eat than to smell.
We can just gonna spread them out a little bit. We're going to give this a great clean after we make this because ants do go.
We do have to brush the ants off absolutely everything.
All right.
Ready?
What credentials would you need to apply for this job? So many credentials. We're so qualified to do basically everything.
All of the credentials.
Okay, I'm going to sling you back onto this window for just a minute. And then when we're ready, I'll pop you down to Nick's side.
Do you want me to stretch? Yeah.
Awesome. You want to do
There
that?
we go.
There you go.
Sorry kids, back in your way again. So we're going to leave you here to watch them extruding for just a little bit. And then we'll sling you down as we go. Pretty much when Dave says jump, we'll jump. We'll switch sides of the bench.
Ants. Have you guys ever eaten ants before?
You can stare at the side of Dave's head for a while again.
You're going to get to try some warm ant candy in just a minute.
I would
you
have to
gonna
pass
do
on
it?
that ant candy. Well, don't knock it till you tried it, Gail.
So
It's
good.
surprisingly not that bad. I was a little bit scared the first time as well.
What time have we got there, Cooper?
It is 12:41.
That's fine.
Is it? Coming off 1?
Yep.
All right then. There we go.
Oh, ants. Did I put enough ants in there?
I think
Yeah, I
so.
reckon. It looks like a lot of ants.
Yeah.
did look like a lot.
Just a bit patchy.
So in a minute or two, I will cut these up and you guys can all get some ants in your pants.
Donna, the middle of this one says ant candy. This is also descriptive of what it is. Surprisingly not that bad. Yeah, really surprisingly not that bad, Lisa Webb. And you keep saying you're not going to try it. Everyone should try it at least once in their life. Yes, Donna, intrigued. That's what we need.
Got the words in the middle. I'll show you close up into just.
Do you make other insect candy? Janice, right now the only one we do is ants. It's the only one we've got off the edible bunch shop here in Sydney. It's the only one we know how to actually put it in there. They do things like crickets and stuff like that. They're a little bit too big for us, I think. Let's see him cutting. Yeah, I'll move you down very shortly. Are they real ants? Yeah. Yep. Real Australian native tyrant ants. Specially bred for consumption. Whose idea was ants? We actually did it once for a custom order for a company called the Edible Bug Shop, who are Sydney based, I believe.
We do that custom order quite often, actually.
Do we? There you go. So for the Edible Bug Shop we made these first, and now we're making them as...
They're rebranding.
There you go. What was the point of adding ants? Do they taste like anything? They're kind of citrusy. We kind of do it as a gimmick. Like I said, we added it once for a custom. They sold really well actually when we did it for just ourselves.
Are you kids going to eat one? You're not going to have one with ants in it?
So the ants give a texture in your mouth. They kind of pop if you get just the ant. It's a little bit odd. A little citrusy pop.
No? You're going to eat one? Yeah. When you eat one, then you can say, I ate ants today. And people will
yes, Jackie, the ant candy will be available online. Nick's flexing the muscles today. Yeah, he is.
Is your mum going to eat one?
Showing off for all the ladies. Hi to Hot Dave from California.
Hey,
Hot
California.
Dave.
Hot Dave.
Hot Dave.
You need to come to Buffalo. Try sponge candy. Okay, I might swing you down Dave's head now. You can have a look at the side of Dave's head for the next 20 minutes or so.
Nick, you might get a big one.
Heads up again, kids. Spin this round.
Hey?
How do you set this over here, Dave?
You just,
Just like that or something?
not here, but
Like
turn
that?
it. Yeah, that'll do.
There somewhere? Happy with
Do it
that?
so it's down.
Oh yeah? Get it back off the wall.
No. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so
we go.
stick that on.
Beauty.
There you go. So just a minute, I'm going to cut some of this up and you can see our ant candy, see both our letters and our lollies.
Get out of your way again.
I don't know if you can see the little black spots in our candy. That's the ants. Won't be another minute. Oh, look at all the ants in that.
What's the flavour of it, David?
Oh, this is lily pilly. This is a native Australian flavour, lily pilly. If I had to describe it, it tastes a little bit like creaming soda actually, which is a little bit of a surprise. I've pulled one big one so that you can see our work, but I've got all these little ones in a minute. They're cooling down really, really quickly. In a minute, I'll cut them up.
Why don't we use the pillow machine all the time?
How are you guys? Hey Arizona, hey Toowoomba.
Why don't we use the pillow machine all the time?
The pillow machine, it's like a piece of equipment for cutting candy, but it crimps the candy into long strands. So we have got a few lives of us doing machines. In this case, we don't want the ends crimped. We want to see what the picture is, or in this case, the text. So I reckon another 2, Nick, and then these kids can get some bugs in their mouths.
Sounds good.
What about if I said I double dare you to eat one?
What's up for color ice cream?
I double dog dare you.
How hot is it there? It's actually really cold here today. Not the coldest
Sydney.
bit, but
The depths of a Sydney winter, it's down to about 6 to 18 degrees or something like that.
Celsius. Yeah, it's bloody freezing.
I can't tell you what that is in Fahrenheit. I don't know.
Dead ants, but real ants.
So you can see little black spots. Only another minute and I'll cut some up. Keep it coming, Nicky.
You can see it in just a minute when it's cooling up. Bit of Kentucky, home of the Colonel.
See the ants. Oh, delicious. One more. And if you're thinking, I don't want to eat ants, I get you. You don't have to eat ants. If you don't want to eat ants, don't eat ants.
got Salem in the house.
Salem, all the witches in Salem.
Witches.
Do you know, I don't think witches are real. I don't think it's a real thing.
I think some people.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't mean to offend you if you're a witch, if you identify Wiccan. We had a guy working here once. There was a
He reckons he was a witch. I
reckons
never
he was
saw
a
him
witch.
with magic, so I have to believe it.
Alright, are you guys ready to try some ant candy?
Here we go, guys. You can see it in just a sec.
How did it make the words? Didn't you watch me making all those letters? I'm going to cut some up. I got a big one. Going to cut up some little ones.
Thanks, J.A. Brooks. Make sure you message that to Dave personally. He's not going to believe it if I say we did a good job when he wasn't here. You got to
I
tell
know
him that,
they did.
not us.
I know they did. They're good, these boys.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Alright, so ant candy.
Dave reminds you of a cheekier version of Mr. Rogers. Dave's very cheeky.
That's nice. Mr. Rogers, he was a decent human being. I always like decent human beings. Alright, so they're our little ones. And I'm just going to cut this up. They're a little bit small to see what we've done probably.
Good luck, Kelly Smith. Wish you all the best.
So our big one though,
Do you ever go back and watch your own lives? I personally don't.
I have watched my own lives.
Dave has.
Okay, so yeah, it's kind of quieting.
It's weird. I've seen it pop up lights go past. It's too
So
weird.
these are our little ant candies. Each one says ant candy. Each one has native Australian tyrant ants. But so that you can see what we've done, they say ant candy. So that you know you're not going to put one of these in your mouth. If you're a vegetarian, these ones aren't for you. They've got ants in them. But ant candy. It's a lily-billy. It's a native Australian flavour. I'm going to take our lollies. I'm going to put them in a little tub. Hang on there, Nick. Who wants to try ant candy? Jane will try one.
Yeah, go on. Before you guys grab a sample, there is a hand sanitizing station just over here. You are going to be sharing tongs.
If there
you
is-
can please sanitize
if there is
really
anyone who
tight.
has
Grab
not
the tong.
sanitised.
That would be amazing. Thank you.
So good.
Yeah, they did an awesome job in the letters, Paddy.
Here, look, I'm going to give one to Cooper. Cooper's going to eat one to show you how great they are.
This is stream.
Creaming soda, yeah? Sort of.
Yeah, very much.
Sort of.
Even the ants.
So good. Thanks, Christine. Thanks. Oh, Patty. How are you, Patty? You well? Where can we buy some online? Look, you can't today. We're restocking over the weekend. Sticky.com.au. But by Sunday, we should have product up and able to buy. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for joining us, but particularly your patience more than anything else. Bearing with us. Where are the little Lane boys? Did they try one?
What's it taste like? Very delicious. Ants make it kind of citrusy almost, even more so than citric acid.
Surprisingly really good, you know. Better than the ants do by themselves, that's for sure. Tremendously. The US store is completely sold out. Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back by the end of the weekend, guaranteed.
Happy birthday, Emma Simcoe.
Good, buddy.
Can't wait for Minecraft to be back in stock. Watching with my grandson Caleb. There, California.
How are you today, buddy? You good? You guys well? Of this one, you want to hang on just a second, Nick? I just got a guy who's parked in a 15-minute zone, so I'm going to cut him up some candy really, really quick. Bear with me a second. Sorry, Nick. Sorry? Hey, Elisa. Is she your daughter or what? Your dad's here, Elisa. He's buying some ant candy from me right now. Hang on, hang on.
Ashley, Jay, keep that to yourself, mate. Dave doesn't need to know.
What? What?
David.
I'm going to pass this over to Rachel. Can you take that, Cooper?
Start at the back, yes.
No worries. Who have we got? That's hope the answer questions. The girls have enough with the candy making. All the boys, last couple of lives. It's because we can't trust the boys out the back. We're trying really hard to catch up on our orders and stuff. So these boys, they're quite good at candy, but when it comes to doing the trickier stuff of ordering, and they're not that great. So Lily's kind of devoting her time to that at the moment, but she will be back on the lives. I'm going to try and get her to do the next one on Insta. She likes doing the Insta ones. Tomorrow, Annabelle will be here. We're going to be doing some stuff with Annabelle. It has been a bit of a sausage fest. I'm sorry for that. We are kind of working with the staff. We have Rachel and Lily and little sticky Rachel. They're the ones who kind of keep the clever stuff going while we just make candy. So we're going to try and get them making the list. Thank you. Loving your sticky cat days. Chopping is insane. Yeah, it's just practice. If you practice at anything for a while, you'll get good. Can I ask, what did everyone think of the ant candy? That's quite good, isn't it? Surprisingly good. You just gave me a very funny face. You haven't tried one yet? I can pass one to you, but I can't go anywhere near your hands. So you've got to go flat. Make a little cup so you don't drop them. I'm going to candy to buy in the US. It's coming, it's coming. Craig's coming, I'm coming. Thank you for your patience and your understanding with where our business is at. We thought really hard about not doing lives this weekend and building up expectations, and that we don't really have any candy to sell, but so many people have been saying that the lives themselves are quite helpful in this time of pandemic and rioting and craziness in the world, that even if we don't have candy to sell, we kind of want to do them and stay in touch with people. So thank you for your patience with us and our business.
Okay, we're there.
Cooper's back.
How often do we go live? 3 times a day, 3 days a week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, at the moment we're doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 times on each of those days. Today is Facebook, Insta. Tomorrow is Facebook all day. And then on Sunday, the boys might be doing a little bit by themselves. I'm trying very hard to have Sundays off and spend some time with my family so that I don't go mental. How often you... thanks so much, Tammy. USA restock is tomorrow.
Is that
Ours
bench
will be
cold,
this weekend.
David?
Is what?
Is that bench cold?
This bench is not cooled, but it is stainless steel. And stainless steel is generally about 7 degrees cooler than the ambient temperature. And it's more than cool enough to bring our candy down to setting temperature. It becomes quite brittle. How's everything been treating you, Jane? To all you sticky weirdos, I'm going to move the camera in a little bit. I can't quite... Hang on, I can touch the... Can we see? This is Jane Mills. And she's got a t-shirt. Can you see? It says, I'm a sticky weirdo. I'm a sticky weirdo.
You got that made so quick.
That's so cool.
You got that made so quickly.
to all the sticky weirdos, man. If you're not part of the Sticky Friends group, you probably won't understand, but what a lovely group of people you are. They're just weird. Weirdo nut jobs, every single one.
Chance, let him work so we can see how fast he works. Oh, Dave never works fast when there's a camera on.
Let him work, let him work. I'm trying to work out who the weirdest sticky weirdo is, but it's just, it's everyone. It's collective. Are you? The sticky merch is coming. I've got it being sent to me as we speak. The first lot, I think sticky weirdos. I think the hashtag sticky weirdos is going to be awesome.
Can you quickly describe?
Thank you, Jane. I appreciate that. Can I describe what?
Musk flavour.
Musk. You probably know musk as a fragrance because real musk, which has been used as a fragrance traditionally, is actually extracted from the testicles of musk deer, a Himalayan deer, the musk deer. We don't use real Himalayan deer testicles. We use a musk flavour. It's a bit hard to describe except to say it tastes like the musk smell. If you know the fragrance, it's a little bit floral. A lot of Americans, when they try it for the first time, say it tastes like soap or their grandmother's underwear drawer. It's a really popular confectionery here in Australia. Always has been.
Will you sell sticky weirdo hats?
I'm starting with something really understated that I would wear, and then we're going to expand as we go on. We've got lots of ideas. At the moment, and please understand this, we've been so understaffed and so getting up to speed that there's a lot of things that aren't happening as quickly as we would like. I know the world at the moment is got to monetize, got to monetize, got to monetize.
Yes, Musk is amazing. All you Aussies, I'm assuming, tuning in, saying Musk is great.
If you've just joined us, we are making ant candy. And it's ant candy because it's full of Australian native tyrant ants. I don't know if the light can catch that properly, but little Australian native tyrant ants. It is lily-pilly flavour. They are delicious.
Sheila asks if we make a black licorice flavour.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Aniseed humbugs. We use a natural aniseed oil to do them. Aniseed humbugs. Very traditional. How are you ladies today?
Stephanie
You good?
Ferrari. Dave needs to learn how to work and talk at the same time. I could not agree more, Stephanie. You are my hero. Thank you.
Thanks, Steph.
Thanks, Stephanie. You're also, your last name's sick. I hope you make cars. What's the last name? Great name. How many
See, I could respond, but I'm not going to now. That's it. I'm done. No more talking.
So we can't both
it.
work and talk.
No more talking. Thank you, Steph. You remind me. No more talking.
We get about 5,500 candies out of a batch this size, we estimate. An 11 kilo batch. Pieces are approximately 2 grams. I'll talk this to the day because I don't have to do anything else. Would you peppermint and aniseed together? I don't know about that.
No, just buy the peppermint and aniseed and put them in your mouth together.
That's a much better option. Then we don't have to put up with the smell and stuff.
And then when you know it tastes terrible, you won't have to eat any more of them.
Yeah, if you guys have any flavour combinations, buy both packets, put them together in your mouth, they'll ask if it's any good, and then we'll work from there. Samantha, our only query about sending them in the stick is how do we get one of those overseas without it smashing into tiny little ugly pieces?
Would you guys like to try a little bit of ant candy? It does have ants in it.
Sorry? Why don't you
Of
ship
course.
the sticks? Oh, in Europe. Yeah. How do you ship that? How would you ship that? You do any vanilla flavours. Anything that says and cream has vanilla flavour in it. It's amazing. Passion fruit, question marks. Yeah, we do passion fruit. It's awesome.
All right.
I was trying to copy you
Sorry if I've been talking too much for you, but it is my show. I can do whatever I like.
What do you do at the end, Dave?
Generally, we give them away to people. If you're wondering what we've been making these little ant candies full of Australian native tyrant ants, lily-pilly in flavour. All we need to do is cut them up. Shut up and cut them up, Dave. Shut the hell up.
What strange flavours have you made tonight, Dave?
I'm not talking to.
You've been here the longest. What strange flavours have you made?
No, I'm not talking.
Okay.
I'm working. Too busy.
He's made bacon once before. He reckons that's really weird. I'm going to talk on behalf.
Too busy.
getting in trouble because he can't cut and talk.
What was the name? Steph told me not to talk. And when random weirdos on the internet tell you stuff, you've got to pay attention.
Hats on this one.
Someone told me the other day I had to sack Annabelle because she didn't work fast enough.
People keep saying, no, don't stop talking, Dave. They love to hear your voice.
Yeah,
Don't
me
worry
too.
about the haters.
I like to hear my voice too. You probably noticed.
Keep talking, it's the best way to learn.
Did you guys try some ant candy? Would you like some ant candy? It does have ants in it. Just go home like that with it and make it a little so they're not going to drop. Thank you.
Everyone loves listening to you, Dave.
Good. Good. I very rarely have anything worthwhile to say, but I do like talking.
I know how that goes.
So this is, if you didn't see, these are my little ant candy lollies, Australian native lily pilly flavour. It's a little bit like creaming soda, if I had to describe the flavour. And that's what we've done, little lollies that say ant candy in the middle. If you missed it, you want to know how we got the letters in the middle, you can go back to the start of this video when it's posted. We'll just cut these up and we'll be posting it on the sites.
Love listening to the Silver Fox. Yeah, the Silver Fox.
I'm glad you appreciate the colour of my hair because these silver tints don't do themselves. This takes me hours in the morning to get it looking like this. These girls don't believe me, they're kind of laughing at me.
Do you have strawberry flavoured candy?
George Clooney and I actually share a hairdresser.
I was going to say you and Jason Statham share a hairdresser.
Stop asking me questions. I can't not talk if you keep asking me questions.
People want to hear you talk now. You can't stop talking because one person tells you to shut up.
That's true. These are pretty good there, Nick.
Yeah, man.
Done a good job, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Oh, bro.
Those silver tips took about 50 years to do.
They have been 50 years in the making, this silver hair.
Where are we, David? Where are we?
Thank you. If you've just joined us and you haven't been here before, this is Sydney. This is the Rocks in Sydney, Australia. My name's David, the sexy one in the red hat. That's Nick, Sticky Nicky _OnlyFans. We are making lollies live on Facebook from Sydney, Australia. Probably better known as Tullawallada. This is Gadigal land. This has been the home of the Gadigal people for millennia. We're just standing on it, that's all. It's weird, I think the C is the worst letter I did.
Taylor Jade wants you to teach some Australian slang.
Australian slang. My favourite one is fair dinkum. And fair dinkum is when something's real, when it's true, when there's no doubt about it. Something is fair dinkum. Fair dinkum. FAIRDINKUM. Fair dinkum. Bonza. Something's really good, it's bonza. What's some good Australian slang? Yeah,
I
nah.
know Stephanie. You didn't tell him to shut up, but he needs to learn to multitask.
Oh.
I just like to rub it in him.
What did you think of the ants? They alright? Don't go away, Mark, because I want to introduce you. There's a guy standing behind the camera that you can't see that I went to high school with. He used to work at Sticky, one of the best candy makers I've ever met. If you want to know how good you can look at 50, I'm going to show you. You're going to 10 months, 49, mate, no difference. My birthday's next month, 50. But seriously, he looks like he's about 24 years old.
I love that you guys call ACDC Akadaka.
Akadaka.
Same with McDonald's, it's Macca's. What other good short ones are there?
any suburb ever, you always say the first half and end it with Y.
Yeah, same as names.
Yeah.
Like Nicky is his nickname, and it's actually longer than Nick.
Arvo
Yeah.
is one of my favourites for the afternoon. Arvo, mate. Arvo, how you going?
Yeah, the August birthdays.
Yeah, Leo's, man. Leo's.
How are you guys? Love that colour.
This is my favourite candy colour, this lime green. It's green, but we put some yellow through it to get this awesome green. Makes for a great lily pilly. Good bit of bush tucker. Bush tucker, there's an Australian one. Bush tucker, man. It's the kind of stuff that kept Australia's indigenous population going. Far more gathering and hunting. Hey?
Where can they order the candy?
Sticky.com.au, but it's sold out by Sunday. Sticky.com.au. Keep an eye out. We will be restocking this weekend. But we're going to stock in stages. We don't want to have a thing where we stock and then everything's gone for another week. So we're thinking we'll release a whole lot of products, but limited for a day, and then release again, and then release again. So we're trying to manage it to keep it fair for people.
Hello from Texas.
I'll be finished in a minute, Jane. And I can have a chat to you. Nearly there.
Yeah, next Sunday, yeah. Oh, the end of everything's pretty universal as well.
Where did Sticky Nicky go? Just took off, did he?
Take care of yourself.
Having a quick 50 off the wrist.
Dirty.
Steady.
You're on the screen, mate.
No one knows what that means. There's an Australianism for you. It's so relaxing. Thanks for joining us, Jasmine. For everyone who's joined in and hit that love button, hit the like button, shared the video, sent words of encouragement, bought some lollies. So everyone.
How long does the candy keep for?
We put a best before date of 6 months. Sugar is itself a wonderful preservative, so it doesn't really go bad. But we say 6 months and the sugar can start to crystallise again, so the colours fade and they go a bit soft and chewy. But 6 months at least, and then sometimes they last for years and years and stay beautiful for years. Depends a little bit on the day they were made, kind of weather. 6 months at least. We should get your dad in for a guest star. You don't forget, Mark. It's like riding a bike. Nearly there, only a couple more to go.
Do you guys get carpal tunnel?
No, people watch us doing this and they ask all the time, and I understand why, because this is a very repetitive action. But it's such a small part of what we do during the day. Most of the day is like pulling stuff and lifting stuff and stretching stuff and moving around. I don't think the risk of that, if you type all day, you're going to get carpal tunnel, but I've been doing this 19 years. And I don't think it's going to happen, quite honestly.
Where does that sugar come from?
Manilda from Queensland. Most of our sugar is, Australia is a net exporter of sugar, one of the world's biggest exporters of sugar. There is no lack of sugar. There are two big suppliers in Australia, CSR and Manilda. We've had a relationship with Manilda for a long time. Shout out to the lovely Brooke Lyons at Manilda, who's helped me out of trouble on a few occasions. Don't know if you're out there, Brooke. He did contact me and said he watched this sometimes. If you are, Brooke, thanks, man.
How much sugar do you use in a week?
Somewhere between 50 and 60 kilos, 50 and 60 kilos a day. So times that by 7, 350, nearly half a tonne a week, something like that. Sometimes more, sometimes a bit less.
Another close-up, please, Dave.
Yeah. We've nearly finished, so I'm going to show you the guys in real close-up. Nearly finished.
How old were you when you learned to make the candy?
30. I was 30 when I learned to make candy. I spent a lot of time at university studying to be a lawyer, and then I practiced for a few years, and then I gave it up to make candy. A big shout out to my wife for not leaving me. Although she's still thinking about it, so can't blame her for that. Alright, so if I take here a couple of these, add candy, there you go. Look, so I'm going to take this glove off. I'm going to move the camera.
You can have another look. For all you people asking for another look.
And just before I do, hang on.
Both gloves off. Cool, man.
Both gloves off. I'm going to turn this around. See this guy here? This is Mark. We went to high school together. We went to high school together at Balmain High. Look at that head of hair. Holy moly. Not only have you got more than me, man. Look, that's how good you can look at 49.
You take care of yourself. Don't let Dave.
This is our ant candy. And I don't know if you can see the little black spots in all the lollies, but that's our ants. We made them say ant candy. They're lily pilly flavour. This is, that's Jane Mills.
Everyone's saying, oh, you're handsome, mate.
Who's been with us on Sticky. Show him your t-shirt, Jane. Sticky weirdo, man, through and through. Sticky weirdo. That's it. Thank you. We've got one more to do this afternoon. We're going to do it on Instagram. Back all day tomorrow. We've got a trivia game. I'm really keen to play with you tomorrow morning, 10:30 Sydney time. We're going to make a butterfly. We're going to do some really cool stuff and lots of shop lollies. Thank you for joining us. Stay clever, stay safe, look after yourselves. If you're doing Dry July with me, thank you. You might not have met. This is Sticky Rach. She's been working with us on and off for about 20 years. Since the very beginning almost. She's doing a little bit of helping out a couple of days a week. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your loves and likes and shares and everything you do for us. We'll be back in about half an hour with our last one. In the meantime, stay safe and clever and look after yourself and the people around you. We'll see you soon and get some ant candy when we restock. It's surprisingly good. See you soon. Bye.